Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Dynamo Kiev, and in this match Barcelona has won against Dynamo Kiev away from home 1-0 with a goal coming from Ansu Fati. This is Barcelona's first away win of the season. Barcelona no longer sit in the Europa League place within the group stages. Barcelona is officially within second place, and thank God for Ansu Fati, right? Thank God this board of Barcelona's actually extended Ansu Fati's contract until 2027, because man, is Ansu Fati becoming one of the most important players for Barcelona. Like, yes, we have Frankie, we have Xavi, we have Nico, we have Dembele, we have Memphis Depay, who can all do very well for Barcelona. We have Araujo, Eric Garcia, many great players, but Ansu Fati is that definitive player. Ansu Fati is that player that will show up for this club because he simply has been ingrained in Barcelona for so long. So here's what we are going to be doing in this video. I do want to talk about the latest updates regarding Xavi Hernandez. If you guys do not want to know about anything regarding Xavi Hernandez and you guys just want to talk about the game, you guys can go into the timeline down below. You guys can basically just skip that segment and then go straight to the match. But I am going to be talking about Xavi Hernandez first, and then I will be discussing about the game. But before we go into that topic, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team stats, player stats, any tournament that you do want to follow. It is all compact within the OneFootball app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, you guys would also be able to see La Liga highlights if you guys are following either FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, Real Sociedad. If you guys are in the UK, you would be able to see those teams' highlights. And again, all of this is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. The link is going to be down in the description box down below. By clicking that link, you guys would also be able to support this YouTube channel. But now let's get back into the video. But starting with Xavi Hernandez, and we do have some breaking news regarding this coach, because right now we are in a moment where our movement of hiring our brand new coach, everything is happening very fast. And it does say here, according to Fernando Polo, everything is agreed and arranged between Barcelona and Xavi. The contracts are also included. He'll earn less money in Barcelona than at Al Sadd. All that's missing is for the clubs to close the operation, for which Yuste and Alemany will travel to Doha. Xavi has spoken with Al Sadd's officials about his desire to join Barcelona. Al Sadd has given their approval under some conditions, which is two different conditions. Point number one, Barcelona's representatives, right, Yuste and Alemany, they're going to have to go and personally close the operation in Doha. Moving on to point number two, Al Sadd has also said they do want a friendly fixture someday, one day, maybe next season, between Barcelona and Al Sadd. If they can do those two things, Al Sadd will let go of Xavi Hernandez. So it is a win-win situation for both Barcelona and Al Sadd. Al Sadd do want their fair share, and that is okay, because look, they're going to be losing the one man that they do admire the most, and that is Xavi Hernandez. And as we speak right now, as this video is being played right now, literally right now, Alemany and Yuste, they will be traveling to Doha. They are currently going over there to go finalize the agreement, and everything is going as expected. Xavi Hernandez is expected to arrive in Barcelona by Friday or Saturday this week, because first, Xavi does have to coach one more last match, which will be on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, in a couple of hours from now, and then he will move to Barcelona officially. And he has also made that gesture, right, to lower his salary in order to go to Barcelona. Like every person, like every player, coaching staff, coaches, they are all willing to lower their salaries in Barcelona. Now, why is this the case? It is because many of these people that are heading towards Joan Laporta's Barcelona, whether they are players or coaches, they want to make things happen. They want to make it easier for Joan Laporta's Barcelona in order to build something important, to build something big. Because look, their desire is to win. Their desire is to build something, again, truly special. And just one quick last thing. I want to point out a rumor or a report that did come out earlier today. And again, I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. Please do not take this too seriously. I may be wrong, but there has been a report that Xavi Hernandez will be signing a contract with Barcelona until 2024. Again, we do not know if this is true or not. These are just rumors, but if this were true, of course, Xavi Hernandez will be signing until 2024, and maybe before 2024 does hit, he will always have that option to extend for maybe another 4 to 5 years. Who knows? But as of now, that is where we do stand. But now let's head towards the match, right? And again, we're going to be splitting this into 3 different segments. We are going to be talking about the first half, the second half, and then the final conclusion of this game, starting with the lineup. Now, as we can see here, Sergiño Dest did not enter in the starting 11, and that is because it was announced that he has encountered a last-minute injury. And I'm guessing that the whole idea for Barcelona's starting 11 was that Dest was going to be playing as a right winger within the front 3, because that is basically the main reason why we saw Xavi playing as a right winger in this game. But besides Besides that, because Dest was not there, because Xavi was in the front three, looking at this starting 11 here, we can just see that there was no complaints, right? This was the strongest starting 11 that we could possibly place. Of course, we still had Dembele on the bench. He could have started in the match, but there was no reason to start him in the very beginning of the match because we can always just put him in later in the game, which is what we did see, and we are going to be speaking about Dembele's game later down this video. But going into the first half, and to be very honest, we were very unlucky. In this first half, we were very unlucky, my friends. Like, Barcelona generated so many chances, and I felt like coming out from that first half, we could have won 1-0. We should have been winning 1-0 by the first half. But let me tell you, that does not mean that Barcelona had no defects, because Barcelona really did have some flaws within the first half. Because what was so strange about this whole thing is that Barcelona had 67% possession. They had 5 shots in total, 4 chances created, and I think that if you were to look at the amount of possession that Barcelona had, the amount of chances created that Barcelona has made, the only thing that was really missing in that first half was the effectiveness. We needed the effectiveness within Barcelona's game in order for us to score a goal. Like, Barcelona were doing everything correctly. They were doing very well. They were playing very good football. I saw Ansu Fati doing very well. He was trying to get into the rhythm of the game. Memphis Depay was trying to find his feet. But the one thing that really looked very odd to me was Gavi's position, right? Because Xavi was a player that has played well, but he could have done better. And I feel like the only reason why I'm saying that he could have done better is because Xavi was playing as a right winger. That is not Gavi's natural position. He was basically given the role of what Serginho Dest does on the right wing position. And I think that if you're going to put Xavi in that role, you're not going to be using Xavi correctly. Xavi cannot give what Dest does give on the field. Dest is someone who loves to run in open spaces. He loves to go out wide. He loves to go in. He likes to make crosses into the box. Xavi can't really do that. Xavi is more of a player that enjoys to be inside of the field and have options on the right side or on the left side and create in many different areas. They are two very completely different players. And so what I really wanted to see is for Xavi to actually receive the ball from out wide and then come inside and try to create for the players and get as close to Memphis as much as possible. But we did not see that. We saw Xavi be very wide on the pitch. He was basically hugging the touchline, and that is the main reason why I believe that Xavi looks so separated in Barcelona's plays. He was not that experienced within that role, which is okay because Xavi is a young player. He is someone that played that position for the first time, but it was not the best game coming from Xavi. But as I said, Barcelona were very unlucky. Nico did head the ball in the first half. Memphis Depay did block Nico's header that could have been a goal, and then we saw Lenglet head the ball, which did hit the post. We even saw a moment where Eric Garcia placed a very long pass basically across the pitch, went straight to Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati controls the ball in the air, places it towards Busquets, and then Busquets sends the ball into the stands. So Barcelona as a collective, they were playing beautiful football. Their plays were amazing. But again, like I've said, the one thing that was missing, it was Barcelona's goals. And so throughout the first half, Barcelona were playing much more together. They pressed very high. They played very high. And the two players that have greatly benefited from that, it was Sergio Busquets and Nico Gonzalez. Busquets, again, when he is under the right environment, he's going to be that monster for you. He's going to be that player that's going to be recovering the ball, bringing in the interceptions, picking those passes, and always being in the right position. As for Nico Gonzalez, we saw him basically do the opposite of what Busquets was doing, because Busquets and Nico Gonzalez do complement each other on the field. Nico Gonzalez was the player that received the ball and drove the ball forward. And every time a player tried to take the ball away from him, he protected the ball very well. He is just such a intelligent young player, and he does look very experienced on the field. He never ever in his playing time with the first team, he has never given the ball away cheaply, because Nico Gonzalez knows exactly what to do and how to move moving forward. And what's so crazy about this whole thing is that, look, we have talked about how Nico Gonzalez is a physical monster. He is someone who likes to move like if he was like 5'4" on the field, even though we know that he's like 6 feet tall, but he likes to move in that way. But we look at Nico Gonzalez's game. What's so crazy about this whole thing is that Koeman a few months ago wanted a physical midfielder, but now as we stand here today, we're seeing a player who is considered as a physical midfielder, someone like Wijnaldum or a Vidal or Paulinho. But the only thing that you do have to add towards those players is technical ability, being good on the ball. That is what you do get from Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez does bring the best of both worlds. So going into the second half now, we were still at 0-0. And on the 64th minute, we saw Dembele come in for Xavi. Of course, this was a substitution that made sense because Xavi did not look like he was the most effective player on the pitch. Dembele was going to be there, giving the exact same game that he always gives. And this was considered as Dembele's first appearance of the season. I was actually very surprised that Dembele were to even come within this game. But let me tell you guys, the moment Dembele came in, like the moment he stepped onto the pitch, the presence of the attack coming from Barcelona immediately changed, because the fact that we saw so much flair, flair and speed on both sides because of Ansu and Dembele. The flair and speed coming from these two players were immense, and Dynamo Kiev were trying extremely hard to keep up with what Dembele was bringing onto the pitch. Every time Barcelona tried to go on a counter, whether it was Nico Gonzalez or Frankie de Jong progressing the ball forward into the final third area, Dembele was always there to make those runs and eat those spaces. And Barcelona will be benefiting from a player like Dembele. He also did another thing, which was he stretched Dynamo Kiev's defensive line by a lot, and it gave Ansu Fati and Memphis Depay so much more space and room to work within. And then fast forward towards the 69th minute, about 4 to 5 minutes later, we saw Mingueza make a pass into the box. It was originally supposed to go to Dembele, but one of the players touches it, and then it goes straight to Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati shoots the ball, right? A rocket. He makes that ball go straight into the net, and Ansu Fati gets the goal. If it wasn't for his skill that he brought within that chance to convert into a goal, that would have never been a goal, because the fact that Ansu Fati has adjusted himself to score that goal, even though it was in the air, and brought that ball into the net, that was an amazing goal. It was an amazing goal coming from Ansu Fati. And then immediately after that, he pays tribute towards Agüero by basically doing the exact same celebration that Agüero does on the pitch every time he does score a goal. So this was a huge and special moment for all of FC Barcelona. And then later, throughout the second half, we saw Ronald Araujo come in the match. And then by that time, we did see Araujo, Frankie de Jong, Ansu Fati, and Dembele all basically play on the field. 4 players that we did not expect to actually play together in tonight's game. But this is going to be the conclusion, right? Barcelona won 1-0 against Dynamo Kiev. It's not the best performance Barcelona has put out. Of course, they have played beautiful football. Yes, we do want to see Barcelona win by 3-0 or maybe even 4-0, but I saw Barcelona well. They were in a good rhythm. They showed enthusiasm to win, and I think that if we just continue to try and get better physically, mentally, tactically, and improve in all of those aspects within the game, this is a Barcelona that can give so much more. If all of these players end up being 100%, which is Dembele, Frankie, Ansu, Araujo, any player that was originally injured, this is a Barcelona that can be very lethal and can be a very big competitor in Europe. But thank God for Ansu Fati's goal. His goal really did save Barcelona. We are officially within second place within the group stages. We are right beneath Bayern Munich, and we move. Our next game within the Champions League, it is going to be against Benfica, which will be on November 23rd. A game where by that time we are going to be seeing a much more refined and lethal Barcelona, hopefully, and again try to achieve the 3 points. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Let me know what was your favorite moment within this game. Was it Ansu Fati's goal? Was it Dembele's substitution? What was it about this game that made this match so special for you? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.